now 8:40, and joining me in the studio this morning is Ben Brown, Director of Client Experience and Innovation for Community Bank. Nice to see you this morning.
Good morning, and great to be here as always.
Even in the rain.
Oh, and finally we got some rain, right?
Yeah.
How many months has it been? We've all needed it in our poor yards, right?
I know. Haven't had to cut grass in months.
Now, that was nice. But I tell you, I got a little wet this morning, and it's okay. I said, hey, I'm just going to embrace it. Let's go with it. So let it fall. And I tell you, that's the beautiful thing about fall, right? So I know we're right at the cusp of the season.
Yeah.
A little bit crisper mornings, a little cooler nights. Get the sweaters out, cozy up on the couch. And I tell you, one of the things I love most about Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, this area is fall.
Yeah.
And it's the festivals.
Yeah. Oh, tons of them.
Absolutely. So pick some kind of fruit or vegetable or something, right? An apple or,
Right.
or a
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. You got it. And let's throw a festival around it. So if you haven't, this is for all the listeners out there. If you haven't experienced those small town festivals, the Hickory Apple Festival, right? The Houston Pumpkin Festival, check them out. They are just a throwback to me of good times, lots of family fun, great food, neat events. You see the whole community, crafts, all that sort of stuff. So huge fan of fall.
Yes.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Apple dumplings,
Yo,
one of my favorites.
I know,
yes.
me too. Love
yes,
it.
actually fresh apple dumplings. And I tell you, at the bank, we really get into fall and we start our planning for next year, right?
Well, we're zipping through,
We are
right?
flying, I know. And they say as you get older, it goes faster.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
So we're looking into next year. We're thinking about, what do we want to do when we're talking about our support for the community, how we impact our clients, how we serve our businesses. And for us, it really comes back to a mission statement.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we've ever talked about our mission before, but it's something at Community Bank. Most companies have a mission statement. They put it on the wall, or they send out a flyer. And I'm sure WJPA's probably got a mission statement somewhere.
Sure.
We'll find that for next time. Right, exactly. But that's most folks. It's like, yeah, we got one. But but ours is something we hold dear because it really every day it tells us what's the reason we come to work. Why are we here, and why are we doing what we do? So our mission, pretty cool. It's got three major parts.
Okay.
So Community Bank partners with individuals, businesses, and communities to realize their dreams, protect their financial futures, and improve their lives. And when you stop and think about it for a minute, it's pretty cool that when I go to work, I get to help a person realize their dreams. And so people dream of buying a house, right? They dream of getting a new car, or sending their kids to college, or doing the renovation and putting in the pool, and all of those things typically revolve around a bank,
Sure.
right? Some sort of a bank. So being a part of that part of people's lives, it's pretty special to us as bankers and as community bankers. The protecting the financial futures, and that's something that's been a hot topic every day. Cybersecurity, risk associated with financial fraud, and the bad actors that are out there, and the systems that we as banks put into place to track it, to monitor it, to stay ahead of it, right? And sometimes we get a little pushback. Some clients will be like, "Well, why did you close my debit card and freeze it, or why did you do this?" And we say, "Because X, Y, and Z." And then they go, "Oh, thank you." And a little inconvenience on our part as clients sometimes, but the risk of not losing access to our funds and having our funds stolen, right, is huge. So we as bankers, we protect those financial futures. And then the last part, improve their lives. And I think about, how does a bank improve your lives? And really for us, it's all about how do we make it a phenomenal client experience. Most people, you have to bank somewhere, right? Everybody's got a bank of some sort, right? Whether it's a traditional bank or an online bank or even a cash advance type place. You got to have financial services.
Sure.
So how do we make that as easy, as seamless, as pleasurable as possible? And that's what we think about. So those are the kind of the three things, right? The realize their dreams, protect the financial futures, and improve their lives. And then I think back to who do we do that for? So those three pieces there. So the communities. So we've talked a lot about, what we do in the community. We take that to heart. Community Bank, it's in our name.
And you guys have been around for a long time.
You got it, 123, 4-ish years now. So we've invested heavily in the community. That's with our nonprofits and our organizations. Actually, last week we had a group of folks at the United Way, the day of caring, the volunteer day, and worked with Dress for Success, which is a great local program. It helps folks get professional business attire to go in for interviews and things like that and start their careers. So we not only donate money, but we donate our time and with our communities. The second one, how do we support the businesses? So, this is actually on WJPA about a year and a half ago is where we announced the creation of our small business lending group, our small business group. So we have a dedicated group of small business bankers, right? And their whole purpose in life is to support our local small businesses.
And a lot of people are getting into small businesses, starting them up.
Yes. And part of the whole how the economy has changed with the remote work and the tools available now. And, it used to be so hard. You had to go rent a space and you had to get insurance, and you had to get licenses, and you had to get permits, and you had to do all this stuff to just open your doors, right? Yeah. And nowadays, of course, the internet, the mobile, everything else, and people make money in so many different ways. Right. I mean, people are like, what do you do? And they talk, well, I'm a blah, blah, blah online. And you're like, how does that even work? But that's their business.
And you're sorry you didn't think of that.
Isn't that the truth? We still have those traditional jobs.
Yes.
So we're a huge supporter of our small businesses, and then individuals. Mm-hmm. And so I actually wanted to share a testimonial.
Sure.
So, it is rare in today's world for someone to take the time to actually write something about their experience, right? Because I'm sure you've been, you go to a store, you go somewhere, and then a day later or something, you get that little email, how was us? Rate us,
yes.
Your inbox is flooded with those, right? Delete, skip. But for someone to sit down, so here's what I wanted to read. This came out of the Waynesburg market, but this client said, I needed several changes in various accounts I have with Community Bank and was grateful that I had the wonderful assistance of Sandy Throckmorton and Carrie Fox in helping me make those changes. They guided me through a process that I thought would be complicated with their expertise in banking. Their guidance was above and beyond professional. Their comments were excellent, and I left the office knowing I was well cared for.
That's great.
So that actually came to our CEO.
Oh.
So again, someone took the time. They wrote it by hand.
Yeah.
A handwritten letter.
Wow.
Go figure. Right?
Yeah.
It's been a while. Put a stamp on it, which are what, $15 nowadays or something.
About
mailed it in. So, but that was really impactful. And in the bank, when we get that, Sandy Throckmorton, Carrie Fox, they were out of the Waynesburg office. And if you think about needing having issues with your accounts or having to change titles or addresses or move things around and whatnot, or maybe with family and you're on some joint accounts, it can be stressful, right? Sure. And to know that you can come into the bank, you've got professionals there, they know what to do, they understand you, they sit down with you. It's not the thank you for calling 1-800-BANK. How can we help you? And walk you through it. So that's how we serve and we live our mission with our individuals, with our clients.
I'm sorry.
No. Yeah.
No, you finish your thought.
So that really reminds us every day why we're here, why we do what we do, and why we go to work every day.
So if people wanted to find out more about the services that Community Bank offers, how can they do that?
Absolutely. Easiest way is the website, www.cb.bank. Pretty simple. cb.bank. Yes.
That works.
Check us out there. We've got all of our locations listed there. You can see all of our branches. And we do have a 188 number, but I will tell you our 800 number. But you don't go overseas. You don't go anywhere else. You go down to our client experience center, our call center. It's local in Waynesburg. The folks there, they know what time of day it is. They know what the weather is outside. They know our clients as well, and they'll be glad to serve you. We've got a great team down there. Very, very proud of them. They do phenomenal work every day. So.
And that number is?
That number is 888-223-8099. And that's also on the website at cb.bank. So start there. And we have a contact us form. I will say, a lot of folks nowadays that don't want to call. You've seen that generational, we want to text, we want to call. So hit us an email on the website. We've got a way we can online chat with you as well, and we can serve your needs that way.
All right. Ben Brown from Community Bank. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Thank you. Here are the Eurythmics, WJPA.